Okay. Slideshow. Well, hi everybody, and I'd like to share with you some ideas taken from GoPro. Now, pretty much half a dozen things or so are the key to be successful in anything we do, and in Eric Worre's book, which I recommend for everyone, if you have a success library. Okay, let me start all over again. Okay, here we go. Well, hi everyone, and I would like to share with you some ideas to become more successful. In the book Go Pro by Eric Worre, Go Professional. This was a turning point in his own network marketing career when he just decided to be professional. And if you look at anything, it basically can boil down to half a dozen things. And if you get really good at them, identify the basic things and then repeat them until they become habits and you become proficient, everything will change for you. And in this particular presentation, looking at these 7 things, which is finding prospects, inviting prospects, presenting to prospects, following up with prospects, helping prospects become customers or partners, getting those people started, and getting them to go to events. As you can see, this is all about people. Business is people. And fundamentally, so much of this business is just building a list. And we have an infinite resource out there for intents and purposes, people. And one of the things I think is just really so much about success in this business. In fact, let me start all over here. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and looking at succeeding in the Nikken business, one of the most important things you can do is just decide. And Eric Worre, in his book Go Pro, which is Go Professional, that was the turning point when he was pursuing his career path in network marketing, is just the decision to be a professional. Something really powerful happens when you decide to be really good. And so much of how we identify our lives is in what we do. As far as hours, uh, we work more than we do any other one thing throughout our lives. When we meet someone, what do you do? This is how we identify ourselves. And if you think about it, we're trading our life for our job one day at a time. And so find something that you're passionate about. And if you really want to have a fulfilled, abundant life, find work that matters and decide to be in the top 10% of what you do. And let me assure you, from personal experience and seeing the satisfaction of other people and seeing the difference that we can make, Nikken is a worthy aspect. Okay, I messed up again. I got to undo all of this. Okay. One more time here. Okay, this is it. We're really getting started here. Well, I'd like to welcome everyone on the call today, and so excited to present some ideas that can change everything in your life. The book, Go Pro by Eric Worre. In his book, he talks about a turning point that occurred in his life. He decided to go professional in his network marketing career. Imagine, go professional. And if you think about this, so much of our life is what we do on an hourly basis. That's the one thing that we do more than anything is our work. And so if we can find something that we're passionate about that really is purposeful and makes a difference, and then making the decision to be really, really good at it, I would recommend looking at Nikken as something that is work that matters, and then deciding to be in the top 10%, get really good. And To be successful, it's just identifying the basics. It's a half a dozen things for everything. And in this book, it identifies 7 fundamental skills, and get really good at it and do lots of it, and success is certain. The products really do work. There's a market for it. People love these products, and they'll use them, and they'll buy them forever. And there's also people looking for opportunity. And so here's the skills: finding prospects, inviting prospects, presenting to prospects, following up with prospects, helping prospects become customers or business partners, getting them started right, and promoting events, getting them to go to activities. This is what it's all about. Now, in the presentation today, we're going to emphasize building a list. And this is so much of the key to being successful in this business, is being able to just talk to people. Now, attitude is everything. It starts with decision and then having an attitude. And some thoughts I got from Paul J. Meyer. Whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon must inevitably come to pass. That's beautiful. When I heard him say that, I slowed it down and just wrote it all out. Also in an interview, he made this comment that I just love. We've all heard of paranoid, which isn't too positive. Well, he said, I am an inverted paranoid. I just believe that everybody in the world is out to get me and help me do whatever I want to do. Everybody wants to be my partner. Everybody wants to be my customer. When I walk up to a door, I visualize a red carpet rolled out, and they are waiting to do business with me, because they not only want to buy from me, they want to be my friend. If you don't get a chance to associate with me, you are going to miss something, baby. Isn't that a powerful, wonderful attitude? And here's some more stuff from Paul J. Meyer. You know, we really do have something worthy. And the most valuable thing as far as using time, and the big difference between successful and unsuccessful people, is the way in which they use their time. Success is just identifying the right activities and then making them a daily activity, doing it day after day after day, the compound effect. And so Paul J. Meyer, he says, the most valuable thing I can do with my time is to be face to face with a Class A prospect who I've been sent to see by someone I have respect for, and I have the time to tell my story under favorable conditions, and they have money to buy. The second most important thing I can do with my time is getting on the phone and getting more appointments to do that. And the third most important thing I can do with my time would be to get some more names to do that. And also with the attitude that we have something worthy. Dennis Williams says it well. He says, we're not begging for a favor, we're offering a gift. They will benefit if you have that attitude. Well, it all comes down to just building a list of names, and always have more contacts than you have time. If you have 2 or 3 people on your list, you're not a professional. And you're going to quickly burn through that really fast. What are you going to do at that time? You just fired yourself. And so always have more prospects than you have time. And there's millions of them out there, an infinite resource for all intents and purposes. Now, categorizing your list. Now, this is a powerful thought right here, very empowering. Adding people to your list doesn't mean they are ready to be contacted. In fact, when you're out meeting people, I would never go out the door thinking, okay, I've got a couple extra hours, I'm going to go down to the mall or wherever and prospect. Oh, that's a lot of pressure on yourself. However, if you just are friendly, if you're reading positive things, if you're plugged into this, if you really do ardent believe and really feel that this is something valuable, and your antennas are up continually, so that when you meet somebody, you're not having to dig deep into your brain, run, get the engine started, and that moment is come and gone. You're always a prospector. You're a recruiter, and you're always looking for talent. And so basically, without any intense, always thinking what's the best for them, and just thinking every person is worthy of a smile, a pleasant hello. It's really fun to just kind of have the goal to spread a little bit of sunshine and good cheer, and to make anybody better because you were there today, no matter how it is. And so, on that though, as you are with your prospecting glasses on, thinking, who would I like to have on my team? It's just basically the same question is, who would I like to have as a friend? You can't have too many friends. And also, in context of Nikan, some just basic things are looking for people that are looking. That's a phrase I have inside my head all the time. I'm looking for someone who's looking for me. And so if they're not hungry, if they're not ambitious, if they have kind of a flat personality or negative, that's really not somebody that would be good in this business. So look for people who are already ready. I'm looking for people who are looking for me. My sheep will hear my voice, so to speak. And so here's some thoughts and ideas. As you meet people, ask questions. How long? What do you do? How long have you done that? What do you like best about it? What do you do for fun? Ask about family and get to know them. And as you visit, you'll actually get reasons why they would be good in this. Now, as you build your list, and here's all of these people, and here's a memory jogger to help you. Write down thoughts why they might be interested in this. Also, if you meet somebody and you've never met them before, you gather their business card, or you have a visit with them on the plane. Get that name and number. Don't just give them your business card and hope they contact you. They almost never will, even though they say they will. Get theirs, and don't let it get cold. Write down why you met them, how, what they're interested in, and so that will get you reminded. And also, don't just have a bunch of pieces of paper at home or some business cards stacked. Transfer it into a prospect list or a prospect book. Also, one of the things I like doing is I have a whiteboard on my wall. I write down names that I'm active with, and as I'm helping them build their team, I write those names and numbers down, and so I can visually see where they fit out. Also, in my iPhone, my desktop, if you use Outlook, there's a place where you can put notes. And everybody that's a prospect, that's what I write on note, is prospect. And so when I type search and type in prospect, all of these come up, and I can just kind of quickly go through things if I have some time. And so all of these things right here are just ideas, thoughts, where you can look at this with a piece of paper in hand, write down names. Everyone knows hundreds of names. We really have an infinite resource. Now, here's the thing where the magic really starts happening. This thought right here, the second degree of separation. You know people, but they know people that you don't know. And this is a thing that surprised me. It was fascinating. Just weeks into my Nikan career, as I was building my team, I realized that most of the people, especially most of the people that were actually doing something, I didn't know prior to launching my Nikan business. However, I knew people that knew them. And this is a powerful thought. And regardless of the business you're in, not just Nikan, if you're a plumber, if you own a restaurant, if you're a babysitter, whatever the business, businesses love referrals, and word of mouth is the best form of getting your product or service into the marketplace. We all love referrals. And here's another thought, is in the world of business, not just selling product or service, but also getting the business itself. It's all about referrals. I don't know if you know the numbers, but they estimate that 80% of all the positions that are out there, they're never posted. They're all done internally. This is a really powerful thought right here. In fact, there's a book called The Power of Who, and Bob Bodine is a recruiter. And he said something that's really fascinating. You already know everyone you need to know. And that's a neat thought here. And this is actually quite poetic. He says some people enter our lives and leave almost instantly. Others, though, stay and forge such an impression on our heart and soul that we are forever changed. You know, that's the thing I love about Nikan is everybody you meet. Possibly you've got the tools through Nikan to help positively change someone forever. That everywhere you go, you can make the world better. Now, in the book, there's also this quote right here. You already know someone right now who knows the person who will help you achieve your goal or hire you or introduce you to the person you need to know. And so this is a really neat idea. Just as an example, Bob Bodine talks about this story of a lady who really aspired to be a pharmaceutical rep. Now, along the way, she loved her mom, however, had some disdain for her passion for bridge. Her mom loved playing bridge. Well, one day she was walking by and started to visit, and her bridge partner, the conversation came up that the daughter was looking to have a position in pharmacy, and this other lady says, "Oh, my son happens to be the president of such and such pharmaceutical company." Well, needless to say, because of that connection, she got a dream job. Powerful stuff right there. And this happens again and again. And if you think back in your life, certainly all of the jobs I've had, most of them were filled because of who I knew. And so we're all comfortable with that. And so if you kind of think in terms of Nikan being a career position, it very just kind of falls into place how people normally think and their prior experience. So this is good stuff. Think about it in this way. You don't have to go out and necessarily buy prospect lists and cold call. Talk to people you already know. Along that line, sometimes the hardest people to talk to are people that you love and care about. But even those folks, I've used a technique that's been quite effective, and so I'll share it with you. Beg, grovel, even. I've gone to family and I just says, "Hey, I need your help as a personal favor. I really want to do this. This is a worthy thing. It can really profoundly affect people. I need your help. Would you give me 3 names in your area of folks that you think might be interested in this?" Now, don't prejudge, just people. Think in your mind, who's ambitious? Who's really, really nice? Who likes to win? Give me those names. And that can work. And along that line, people that are serious about their business, they add names to their list every day. And when I look at a magnet, I think, wow, we are in the magnet business, but the most important magnet is you. Work on becoming attractive. Develop a magnetic personality every day. Read positive things. Hang around positive people. Do things that reinforce the goodness and the rightness of the Nikan business. I love hearing stories of what these products do. I love hearing the success stories of other people. And I think, okay, if these products really work, if someone else is making some money with it, why not me? Have that, and then just face the reality. What do we do? And this is from M.J. Durkin. This is a good book. Double Your Contacts. This is where I got this from. But he says, just to understand, you're in the prospecting business. You have started a business where it all starts and ends with your ability to put people on a list, contact them, and get them to meet you. And stop predicting and start approaching. Don't prejudge people other than, are they people that you'd like to have as a friend? Do you trust them? And another powerful thought, network marketing is a mature industry. It is viable. In fact, it really is the last hope for most people to have a business of their own, which really is the key. Corporate America is not a reliable career path. Ownership, that's what you want to do. And so this is the way to do it. However, don't be like everyone else. The key to success is observe the masses and do something different. So it's real easy to go up to somebody and say, "Hey, my wife and I have this home-based business and blah blah blah," and barf all over people like a lot of other network marketers. So don't use their words. Use our own. One of my favorite ones is get some interest in being interested in those people, asking them about themselves, and then usually they'll say, "Well, what do you do?" And I'll say, "Are you familiar with the term disruption in business?" And most of them have. And I say, well, just as an example, Blockbuster, that was $1 billion company. It seemed like there was one of those on every block. That was huge. And then along came Netflix, and they had something more convenient, less expensive, and it was disruptive. That's what's happening right now. Is big businesses are disappearing. Well, we have a disruptive product that I feel can really make a dent in the biggest business that really needs a dent. And I show them my magnetic bracelet as an example. I talk a little bit about that. Start talking about some of these other products that could actually change the way we even think about health in this country, and can profoundly help people save money. I really believe we have a better way, and we start talking in terms like that, and that's different than what other companies have. Imagine. So don't walk, talk, and smell like all the other network marketers. In fact, here's another thought. We don't need any one person. I look back when I was young and in the dating scene. That was some of the most exciting moments in my life. Also, the scariest. But a lot of fundamentally, if you had somebody chasing you, or you were chasing them, something changed. And it's just like this right here. If you chase people in the Nikken business, people sense it. If they sense you need them, they will smell it faster than the Doberman smells fear. So we don't need any one person. We need a few people, but that's it. And just same idea. Emily Vavra, she's an amazing lady in the world of network marketing, and she's a professional. And this is the thing. Just be aware of the people around you. Join new groups. Network on purpose. Intentional, purposeful. Big deal. Steps to have unlimited prospects. Always add to your list. Continually expand your list. Be aware all the time. Be thinking about this career. You have a gift that can touch somebody and change their life all the time. Again, don't prejudge. Do be purposeful. Here's a really awesome picture here, and when you look at this, the question: how many trees do you see in this picture? Well, a lot. However, it's fascinating if you look up the Pando aspen grove, and if you've ever planted an aspen tree, what'll happen over the course of years is pretty soon you'll have a grove. Well, this particular one in Utah, the Pando Grove, they estimate has actually been around at least 80,000 years old. And all these trees you're looking at is actually the same organism. And so arguably the largest creature on Earth is this grove. It covers over 100 acres, weighs over 6,000 tons, and thousands of individual trunks. Some of them come and go, average over 100 years, but the root system itself is thousands of years old. That's just a fun thought right there. And I look at the Nikken business. It can start with just one little thing, but it can grow and become big. There's nothing so powerful as an idea that's shared. And Ralph Waldo Emerson said that the creation of 1,000 forests is in one acorn, one idea. Jim Carrey wrote a book, and it's called How Roland Rolls. It's a delightful story about a wave who is afraid that soon when he hits the beach, his life is going to be all over. But when he gets deep, he's struck by the notion that he's not just a wave. You know, think about this. This is such a neat idea. Mike DiMuccio he always talks about the ripple effect, and a situation in which one event produces effects which spread and produce further effects. Throwing a little rock into a pond, but then looking at that aspen grove. What if a bunch of us all threw our rocks in? We could get a big wave, get deep, and so I'm asking you to look at Nikan as not some nice products to take or to sponsor a couple of people to maybe pay your own habit. And all those are good, and maybe that's what you want to do. But what if you decided to play big? What would happen if you thought, this is something worthy of my all? What would happen if I ran as fast as I could? What would my life look like? What if I hustled and just ran as hard as I could for a couple of 3 years or longer? What difference could I make? That was my thoughts when I looked at Nikan. My greatest fear before Nikan was that someday the time would come when I would be old and eventually die with still a full tank of gas, never really living. And when I saw Nikan, I just thought, here is something worthy of my all. And I decided just to go for it. And if you're looking at this, just right at first, examining this, I really want to assure you this is worthy of your most serious investigation. Check this out. But in terms of your ability to make a positive difference, multiplying that by building a team, by creating a wave, by employing the power of momentum, there's just what a wonderful way to have a rich, fulfilled, rewarding life is to be anxiously engaged in work that matters with the team, to actually be part of building that team and helping everybody win, and together being disruptive in something that needs disruption. We really do have a better way, and I think of again and again the lives that you can touch. There's very few companies where you have a product or service that's so good that you'll have people come up in tears and hug you and say thank you, thank you. And so if you're interested in personal growth, a feeling of accomplishment, being able to share that with others, and just every day wake up excited about going to work, having fun, really limitless rewards. This is it. This is the moment. I would like to leave you with a challenge. Go out and share this with a few people, and we have a part of our culture, teach 3 to reach 3, because historically the most successful people, not in just Nikan but all the businesses, have 2 or 3 really good people that comprise 80-90% of their business and their income. That's all it is. And so teach 3 to reach 3, and do things every day that will be worth repeating and duplicating. But to begin, it all begins with just sponsoring one person. So each one bring one. That would be the battle cry I would issue, is challenge you before the month is out. Go out and share this with people with the goal in mind to sponsor one person. What would happen if everyone in Nikan sponsored one person? So again, each one bring one. Thank you.